All right. Okay. Click, watch, and connect. This is Lee Daniel, and welcome to OceanClick TV. Good day, everyone. This is OceanClick TV's anniversary special. We are happy to share that OceanClick Virtual Solutions will be celebrating its second anniversary this August. And as part of our celebration, we would like to honor our beloved clients by featuring them as our guests on our weekly episodes here at OceanClick TV. Our first guest for this series of client interviews, we are very glad to welcome Emily Kerns from Tampa, Florida. Emily was raised in Tampa, cultured in LA, California, and rehabbed her life in Austin, Texas. Emily has over 20 years of sales and marketing experience, which led to a perfect fit into the real estate industry. And in the last 3 years, she has sold over 25 homes. Along with her passion for helping others, she delivers an incredible home selling and buying experience for her clients. Emily's strong and nurturing side allows her to give her clients the best customer service they deserve. Truly serving the client is her goal. Emily's passion to serve others, dedication to staying current, outgoing personality, and willingness to go beyond basic duties are what sets her apart from other agents. As Tampa Bay as a Tampa Bay native, Emily looks forward to assisting others in making the Bay Area their home too. So let us welcome Emily Kerns. Good day, Emily. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Lee. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing well. Unfortunately, Spring is not able to join us here today. She's still a little bit sick, on the way to recovery, but
Well, that's
yeah,
good.
I'll be doing this interview today.
Great,
So,
great.
Emily, let me ask you. So, what made you decide to become a realtor?
Oh, well, the main reason, there's a lot of reasons, but the main reason was I got to work for myself. I got to make my own hours, vacation when I want. It just allowed a lot of freedom. You can work as much or as little you want. And obviously, the paydays can be pretty big. So, if you plan it right, you can work a little and make a lot. So, that was pretty much it. Not to mention, like you mentioned in my bio, I really love helping people. And my mother was an interior designer my whole life, so I've been inside of people's homes my entire life. And so,
Okay.
when you're let into somebody's home or you help somebody procure a home, it creates a different kind of bond, client, bond. So that was really important to me, and I really enjoy that.
Okay, so yeah, I'm me being a business owner myself,
Right.
uh, having the freedom of not working from 8 to 5 is yeah, it's really something different. So, what are the biggest challenges you had to face when you started as a realtor?
Well, you don't get paid for a while. So that's usually, the biggest thing because we work commission only, and obviously building a pipeline of clients, not only people that are ready to buy, but that once those people are buying, there's other people behind them and kind of creating that flow. So I'd
Hmm.
say that's probably the biggest challenge. And then, of course, the market, being kind of crazy out here.
Okay, so the you have a big market fluctuation
Yes.
when it comes to buyers and sellers.
It has more to do, I think, with just the economy right
Mhm.
now and the way that Florida kind of became really popular during COVID and everything because we didn't have mask mandates and we had a lot more freedom than a lot of people. Not to mention we have sunshine 99.9% of the time,
Okay,
and it's a resort town. So yeah, I think it just makes it. It used to be a very affordable town. Now it's getting a little bit more expensive. So supply and demand.
okay, okay. So you mentioned that, of course, you have to, you're based on commission, and so you have to generate your own leads, right?
Yes, yes.
So, what are some of the most successful strategies that, based on your experience, what are those strategies that will help you generate quality leads as a realtor?
Well, that's the key, right? Quality leads, not just a lead. Because,
Mm-hmm.
Most realtors will buy what we call buy zip codes with realtor.com or Zillow. And
Mm-hmm.
then you get a phone call from somebody who's clicked on something, and then they might be ready or they might just be shopping. But when I found YouTube being a resource for finding not only leads, but quality leads, it just shifted the game completely. Now
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting people that are actually interested in, I'm actively looking to relocate to Tampa. I have a lender, I've got my money in order. I just need somebody to guide me through the process. So it took things from a warm lead to a hot, hot, hot lead within, months.
Okay, well, that sounds very interesting. That you're using YouTube to generate leads. Now, tell us about your channel. What videos are you doing on your channel?
Well, my channel's called Living in Tampa with M, as in Emily, EM.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically focused on the Tampa St. Pete area. And I really try to focus on, the living day to day life, but more importantly, what is the home values in the area? What areas do I suggest for certain types of people, whether it be beach people or biking people, or, it's really about taking the town and breaking it down so that people kind of get an understanding of areas, neighborhoods, community feel, schools, that sort of thing. And so I listen a lot to my clients about the questions that they ask me. And I usually
Mm-hmm.
make a little note, and then I'll try to do a video on it, or certain areas people ask me about. I'll make a little note, do a
Mm-hmm.
video on it. So it's really kind of a process of working with my subscribers, my clients, as well as my own knowledge of the area, and trying to give people enough information that they feel like they can trust me to then be their agent when they decide to purchase here. And I think that's what YouTube has really done for me, was help people get to see my personality, because
Mm-hmm.
agents, there are 1,000 agents, and people will call and try to get business all the time. And this way, people are calling me, they already know my personality, they already
Mm-hmm.
know the knowledge that I have, and we don't have to work that stuff out. They already like me, and then we get to work.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So um, that uh, that sounds like people are getting a lot of value from your channel, especially those that are planning to relocate. So, how many videos have you published and already, and how many videos per week are you publishing currently?
My goal is always one video a week, and I've been pretty consistent, except for some days where I was sick or on vacation. And I think at this point, right, it happens, life happens, or having some deals that I need to close. I think I'm around 35 videos at this point, and my channel, I think, is only 10 months old.
Wow. Okay.
I
So,
think so,
how many
10
subscribers
or
do you
11
have
months.
already?
I really only have like 650, I think. I don't have a ton of subscribers, but
Hmm.
the mentality or the philosophy that I follow with YouTube is it's not so much of the subscribers or the followers, as it's the people that are watching my content. If they connect with me, then they
Hmm.
just connect with me, and they can subscribe or not subscribe, but I still get a lot of business whether they subscribe or not, that was something fascinating to me.
Okay. Awesome. So, what would be the most challenging part when it comes to running a YouTube channel? So, for anyone who's looking into starting a YouTube channel, t- you know, to generate leads, what would you say is the most challenging part?
I think there's several challenging parts, and in the beginning, I think it has to do with being consistent. YouTube, you must be consistent, and it does not matter how you're feeling, and even probably what you're saying, but you have to be consistent with content. That's one thing. I think it's also important for people to understand that they just have to be themselves. You don't.
Mhm.
I do have an acting background, but I had to stop acting. I had to stop. I had to learn how to just talk to the camera like I'm talking to my friends. And so that has been my philosophy, is like, I'm just talking to you and telling you the things that I would say if you were sitting in front of me. And so finding that and finding your own style and rhythm does take some time. And then finding things to talk about. There's a lot of information, but you can say all the information pretty quickly in a couple of videos. So making it interesting, keeping it relevant, staying on top of topics, and especially in my industry, especially with interest rates and that sort of thing, they're changing
Hmm.
all the time, and programs for lending is changing all the time, and housing prices are changing all the time. So there's a lot of shifts. So it does provide a little bit more to talk about, but you do have to get
Hmm.
creative, and you can
Okay.
burn out. So that's hard.
Okay. So, when you started your channel, did you edit your videos yourself, or how did you?
No, I like to be in front of the camera. I have no desire to edit. That's a whole nother skill set.
Mhm.
I had another editor at one point, and he was fine, but obviously I was referred to OceanClick, and it's changed everything.
Well, that's great to hear. So, what impact did OceanClick have on your workload and your channel success?
It took like 90% of the workload off. So really my only job, and what I try to make myself do, is get my video, get it shot, get it organized. And I love the way you all organize the files and everything. It makes it very clear, the process and what needs to be done, so that as long as I know I get you all what you need, then I can get the finished product at the end. And everybody's very communicative. And so I think that I still have to do some work on my end, because I am a visual creative thinker. And so I have an idea of what I want it to convey. And I understand keeping people's attention. So I try to
Hmm.
keep that in mind. But after that, I kind of let you guys run with it. And being able to trust that process takes a load off, like I can't even tell you.
Well, that's great to hear, Emily. And yeah, well, thank you for trusting us with your
Yeah.
videos. And yeah, we
Thank
also
you.
enjoy watching your content. Even though it's, but but yeah, I've been in Florida before, and yeah, I love the state, and
Oh, yeah.
so
It's
we have
beautiful. Can't lie.
some questions from the audience here.
Okay.
Um, so one question is for tips for realtors, tips on people starting as a realtor.
Hmm. Well, that could be a long answer to that question. Tips.
Uh,
I think, obviously you can go to my channel and reach out to me, and we can have a conversation. You have to make sure that this is what you really want to do and commit wholeheartedly to it. And you probably need some money in the bank first off, because you're
mhm,
going to have to do a lot of work before you ever get paid. But
yeah.
then I suggest start recording immediately. If you have an idea of, like, I think this would be interesting to talk about. I shoot everything from my iPhone. I have a ring light, and I've been adding things. You don't have to have a big studio to get a
Keeping it
YouTube
simple.
channel up and running. You keep it
Hmm.
very simple. I stuck with the things that I knew. I started with my Galaxy, my Samsung phone, because it shot
Hmm.
very good stuff. But now when I upgraded my iPhone, it shoots even better, and it's got a stabilizer in it. So I don't even
Hmm.
have to worry about shaking and all that kind of stuff. So
Hmm.
I think, like I said, there's a lot of tips I have for new agents that people can always reach out to me and ask me individually. I'm very happy to answer those questions, because once you become an agent, that's not where it ends. You need a really good brokerage. And I happen to belong to a really good one. And you need that support, and you need a team behind you, a brokerage that is forward thinking. And so I'm a forward thinking agent, and there are not a lot of agents that are doing YouTube. So this is really the time to utilize YouTube in your area and kind of capture that market share.
Hmm. So straight away, once they get started, they should already look into starting their YouTube channel.
I wish I had. Totally. It would have saved me a lot of money.
Okay. So aside from being a realtor, uh, yeah, what are your hobbies? What other hobbies do you have?
Oh, well, again, I live in this amazing, state where there's sunshine all the time. So I spend my life outdoors. Right now it's pretty hot, so it's hard, but I do boating, I kayak, stand up paddleboard. I do a lot of, bicycling, biking, and yoga and Pilates. And spend time with my boyfriend and my dog and my family. And yeah, so it's a pretty nice life. And being a realtor, it allows for me to adjust my schedule because my boyfriend has a different schedule than me. And so I'm able to adjust it accordingly. So we
Mhm.
make time to do a lot of activities for sure.
Wow, sounds like a fun place to be in.
It is.
All right. So thank you so much, Emily. We have learned so much from you today, and we wish you all the best for your business.
Thank you
And
so much.
to all our audience, we hope that you learned something from this episode. And please don't hesitate to reach out to us if you have any questions or inquiries. You may contact us through different social media platforms. Just search for OceanClick Virtual Solutions on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. You can also book an appointment with us through our website at oceanclick.biz. And also make sure to subscribe to our channel, YouTube, which is OceanClick TV. Don't miss our next episodes for this month. And yeah, so this has been Lee Daniel, and this